How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Bassman Outdoors. I got another Huntington package here I want to show you guys. They threw me for a definite curveball this time. They also sent me a cool shirt, which I'll go ahead and show you right now. Alright, so how they threw me this curveball, is what I'm calling it, is they sent me two different types of bait and bait setups to work with. The first bait they sent me was a ebony 6-inch drop shot worm. Now, the reason I say they threw that to me as a curveball is I'm used to their finesse worms, like I've shown you in the last video. I'm not much of a drop shot guy. I'd love to get into it. I'm definitely going to get into it. I feel like I got better opportunity to do it now because I got a lot of clear water lakes around me. I feel like a drop shot's going to be very beneficial, especially with some of them around me. Power fishing has just not done me a whole lot of good in them because the water's so clear that those bass can really look at what you're throwing. That finesse gear has just trumped it all the way. So I'm excited to do a drop shot. Now, another one they sent me is this shaky head right here. I love throwing a jig. I am not very used to a shaky head. I'm not gonna lie to you, just because mainly the action, just that whole reeling and flipping on it, like you're pretty much just shaking your rod. Now, to me, I'm not quite used to that because I'm used to either dragging a football head jig or hopping a pitching jig along the bottom, which is still just a real pop. Like I do with also my Ned rigs. Like I was doing that on a Ned rig when my last episode when I caught that fish, or a few episodes ago, I'm sorry. But I really like what about theirs is the lock they have on it. My sponsor, True Bass Swim Baits, their lock heads have a very similar one. And just like the True Bass ones, any bait I put on these today, I mean, you really had to pull it off. I mean, it wasn't going anywhere. Actually, here's one I got rigged up from the lake. This is the worm I just showed you. But like I showed you in a couple videos ago, that how well these worms just stand up. When you put it on a shaky head and you work it, it becomes a whole different thing. And I'm really excited, and I really like it so far. And it was kind of cool of them to do that because last year they sent me some of my first football head jigs. They did the same thing to me then. They were like, okay, here are these. And I'm like, I've never used something like this before, so I'm going to have to learn it. Now they set me that learning curve. They got me introduced to a lure I'm not familiar with. And now I'll never diss on a football head jig again. I love football head jigs. I never go anywhere without at least 1 to 2 of them of different colors. Like I showed you in the last video of the Steeler Strikers. I showed you guys the red football head jig, this little one right here. In case any of you guys didn't see it in the last one. That little guy right there. Steeler Strikers football head jig. But yeah, with these shaky head jigs, it turns into a whole different animal. I'm talking, I mean, whether it's with the finesse worm or the drop shot worm. They also designed the drop shot worms to work with the shaky heads. I've not tried that yet, so that'll be interesting to see. Or, especially with their crawdad trailers, they go nuts with these things. Unfortunately, I did not catch anything today, but I feel like that was more my choice of time of day. It was kind of a warmer day, water's still really cold, but I feel like if I had gone around noon like I did in the video where I caught the first bass, they would have been more up in the shallows where I needed them to be and work in that kind of that bank area. But I went more towards evening, so I didn't get much of a chance to really play in the area that I wanted to or play them how I wanted to. So that's kind of more on me. Next time I get a warm day, I'm definitely going to take this lure out. And I'm probably going to try a drop shot. I'll decided on that one because it's a great winter lure. So, and definitely another one I'm going to have to try this winter is jerkbait. I've always thrown a jerkbait in the summer, had a lot of fun with the jerkbait, but I'm going to have to get a couple jerkbaits and start throwing them in the winter, see what really happens. I can get those from Huntington too, so guys, check that out. But I'm so thankful that Huntington has sent me this stuff. It helps out a lot. Another cool thing they sent me, I got one for my truck, one for my tackle box, Huntington Lures sticker, and one for something else I'm going to put it on. But like I said, this whole new thing to me. I'm very excited for it. Can't wait to really get a full day to put it to its true potential and just see what it can do. I'm very appreciative of everything Huntington's done to help me out. it's gotten to the point now to where if I have to fall back to finesse fishing or the bite's just really hard and I have to throw something a little smaller, for me it's Huntington all the way now. Like, they've just outpassed any other brand I've really used as far as finesse gear. So I'm super happy with them. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Bassman Outdoors. Thank you, Huntington Lures. You guys go check them out. I'll leave the link for them in the description below. Remember, use the promo code capital DAL for 15% off. Helps me out, helps you guys out, and it helps them out. So go check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all have a good night.